Government should be accountable, accessible, and as limited as possible. When the founders declared, along with their independence, that people institute governments deriving just powers from the consent of the governed, they weren't simply establishing the United States. They were defining for generations to come the American philosophy on the nature and role of government itself. 7 years later, it would be described as of the people, by the people, and for the people. And those elected to office today had best be served notice that we haven't lowered those standards. Our leaders simply must be dedicated to a greater purpose than self-advancement. We might still operate the same governmental system described by our Constitution, but it's getting harder to recognize the spirit of sacrificial service and prudent judgment enshrined in its pages. Current events make it impossible to ignore that even while our country was created by people fleeing a government that manipulated and oppressed the public, our system is becoming more and more about narcissistic demagogues using and abusing who and whatever will get and keep them in power. Leadership has consequences, and we can and should insist on a higher standard of integrity and statesmanship, reclaiming what's rightfully ours from those who behave like we serve them. One solution is for elected office to be more accessible, encouraging more patriotic individuals to run and serve. That also might just disincentivize multi-decade political careers, which only lead to insulated and out-of-touch incumbents never envisioned by the founders. Those who can't possibly relate fully to their constituents or appreciate the results of their policies. We can't be satisfied using the term participation to describe a citizen's apathetic vote every 2 to 4 years, or attendance at a frenzied rally watching an egotistical rant. We'll be a better republic when the presidential field offers more than billionaires and bureaucrats campaigning for 18 months or more, and people who actually know and comprehend what their peers are experiencing have the chance to represent them from Congress to town halls and school boards. Whoever occupies those seats, it's so important that we embrace the model of government that has made America a beacon of human liberty and promise. It's not our laws that have made it so, but our people. Parents, professionals, innovators, service members, and anyone else who's willing to work hard and give of themselves for the good of their families and country. Governance certainly has a role in a civilized society, but it should do only what it must, efficiently and effectively. Not all change is necessarily progress, and anything and everything government does can only limit the freedom that's already rightfully ours. So any restrictions to that freedom should be absolutely essential and fully justified. Oh, and while we're at it, just imagine those in charge of our compiled financial resources spending only what's actually available, with full knowledge that it's someone else's money. Just some thoughts to consider about those we entrust with leadership of the land we love. Thanks for watching, and God bless.